Go.
G'day guys, Simon from HiveKeepers back again. We're back at Dale's house to have a look inside this hive that we replaced the box on. Thanks to those that were interested wanting to find out more about it, those that saw the first version of the video up on YouTube. Time to get in there, have a look. I'm seriously positive. Over to the side here I've got a flow hive ready to go on top of this. We'll see how we go, but I'm going to be positive today. We've got a 9-litre water extinguisher handy over there in the event of being dry conditions and having the smoker and dry grass around, as you all should have. So I'm going to get into it, lift the lid. They've had a bit of smoke already, and we'll see what's going on. So certainly welded that lid on nicely. My guess is they're right into the top of this box again, which was the situation last time. What's going on there, Dale?
Wow, look at that, guys. It's just dripping honey again. Check that out.
Look at that, that's amazing.
That is amazing. Look at that, guys.
That whole lid's just chockers full of honey. Like I said to you, I reckon today's a day for the flow hive to get put on top of this. We'll have a bit of a look and we'll know very soon. I would love to be able to replace a few of the frames in here with some fresh frames, just continual replacement of old ones that are damaged with new ones. But that's going to be interesting, I reckon. I'm going to have to take all this comb off here, because to get the other box on top, that's going to be in the way, obviously. So I'm going to go and get a tub I've got over there, so we've got somewhere to put it, and we'll get busy. So I've got myself organised. I've got my tub here. I'm going to try and put this honeycomb in. Good news for you, Dale, you get a little bit more honey to take home, mate.
Happy days.
Gentle with this. Sort of gentle but ruthless. It's one of those things where it's just got to come up, but you want to do as little harm as possible. Beautiful honey. See, it's nicely capped there. Gee, some of it's really runny, but it is a warm day here today in Australia. I think what it would at least be 30 degrees already, Dale, you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's 30, easy sign.
Feels 30 in the suit. If you ever, so many times I just want to lick that, but you can't because of it. Anyway.
Coming off nicely too, isn't it, mate?
It's soft, which is good. Obviously honeycomb's going to be warm on a day like this, requiring a little bit less effort. I just wish I could be tasting this right now. Wow. Talking to Dale before, we reckon this hive's 25 years old or possibly more, and it's been abandoned for a lot of that time, so it's great to be getting in and seeing what's going on. It's certainly on one hand showing its age because it's deteriorated. You can see old disease. Come and have a look at this. Look, great for a close-up. Just love seeing capped honey. Probably a bit hard to see with the bees.
They can definitely see that.
Doing their thing. Just looks unreal, doesn't it?
Unbelievable.
All buzzing on my hand. They're a little bit noisy, but that's to be expected on a day like this.
Just got bitten.
You got stung already.
In the leg.
What's the go with that?
I know, through my sock actually. I'll just button off there for a second, guys.
You're right. I don't know what it is, but when I do this, everyone that works with me seems to cop a sting, yet I don't. I can really smell the attack pheromone though now. Like really strong, and they're certainly having a go at me. So we'll just try to keep them focused, mask that with a bit of smoke. And in the Australian bush at this time of year, we've got to be really careful with a smoker. Now we put these frames in just before Christmas, is that right, Dale?
Yeah, that's
they're
correct,
the
yep.
fresh ones?
Yep.
So what do you reckon they're going to look like?
Well, I reckon they'll be chock-a-block.
I reckon you're right. I reckon you are 100% right.
I can see it from here already.
They're having a good go at me, so just really conscious of their well-being. Oh, slippery too. Have a go at that, mate. Yeah, they've got you on the leg. I can see that they are back at the same spot as they were before.
Yep.
So this is at least 3 kilos of honey sitting here. You pause that for a sec and sort yourself out, and we'll come back to these guys in a minute. So I'm just going to smoke up. I've got four frames of foundation here, which I reckon are going to be well received when I put them in a minute. I showed you that frame of honey, which was unbelievable to see how much there was. This is going to be awkward, I reckon. I might not be able to replace 4 because I reckon their aggression is going to show up today. I've got absolutely dozens around me. That's nearly full of honey. The odd little bit's hasn't got honey because there's the odd bit of brood in there, but pretty much otherwise it's done. So 99.9% honey. It's coming home to you tonight, Dale. Just making sure there's not a queen on there. I wouldn't expect so. Just to add to the chaos in the air, mate. So there's quite a bit, I'm not going to get you to come over, there's quite a bit of brood on this one, so that's not going to come in to be collected. We'll leave that there for them. Might try for the outside one, that's normally going to have a greater chance of slipping a lot. Whoa, that is weighing a ton. That's coming home, mate. Gives you 2 for tonight.
Plenty there.
So none of my bees at my place are doing as well as what is essentially a wild colony. Just need a moment to sort myself out. Yeah, it's really noisy in the air. We've got cranky bees. I'm going to stop mucking around with them. I've replaced 2 frames. Going to give them a queen excluder and a flow hive and put it all back together. They're not impressed, Dale.
Not at all.
And I'm not particularly that impressed either, just for the record. Just going to move the gear away. So what you've seen here is we've added a box with the flow hives. This is a wild colony, probably showing its true colours. We might have been a bit lucky last time. Showing their true colours, we've taken a couple of frames of honey in exchange for giving them some fresh frames that are hopefully a bit more structurally sound. As always, thanks for watching, and you'll see more clips at the HiveKeepers YouTube channel, and keep an eye out for the HiveKeepers smartphone app. Take it easy. Cheers.